most. Not as good as some. So my wife says, "I-oh."
Background music was too loud. We weren't hearing you very well.
Do I need a minute? How do I minimize this? So I can see this. So I can go back and forth.
Just getting a few little things squared away here, getting stuff
What happened?
figured out, getting ready for the race.
Well, I'm manning the computer, so if the shot isn't right between the drones back and forth, that was 100% my fault.
Are they talking to us? They can't hear us?
Background music was too loud. I just changed it.
Got it. It looks like the lineup's getting a little better. I'm not sure where we are with everybody yet still. I still don't see Ryan Roller up there in the front though, so it's kind of, it's going to be interesting to what happens there. Look at that, there's Proving Grounds, there's Tom Pendergast, there's 406. This is a pretty stacked lineup. This will be pretty darn interesting.
Yeah, I was pumped to see a lot of these Ultra4 guys coming, since there's an East Coast race this weekend in Tennessee.
Is Tennessee really East Coast?
I mean, it seems pretty east to me.
I mean, I'm from Kansas, so it's pretty East Coast to me.
I mean, maybe it's not quite on the coast, but it's like
It is east, I guess,
Yeah.
east-ish. I guess the Kentucky might be the cutoff there, not Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
That
they're
whole
right there.
that whole part of the world is just like way out there and hot and humid and all stuck together. I've only ventured east of the Mississippi once before. Went up to Washington D.C. Kind of a history nerd, so seeing some of the Civil War battlegrounds was pretty freaking cool. You know, going to D.C., seeing a lot of the monuments. Lot was really badass. It's one of those things, like that whole eastern part of the U.S., there's so much history there. You know, you live in Colorado or out west, and you're used to, history didn't really start till, you know, the mid to late 1800s, so there's not a lot of old stuff, but you go east and there's some old, cool stuff out there, so.
Yeah, I spent 6 years in Connecticut working.
Okay, dang.
So I got to see that whole northeast area.
That's cool.
The buildings are just super cool on that history. And,
Yep.
and the rock walls that they used to build to clear the field, so they built property lines with rock walls. Just interesting.
But
looks like a lot of work is what it looked like to me.
But it's weird because there's so much trees out there. You know, I'm used to the west and open, and you're like, man, I don't know, I can't see stuff. I feel claustrophobic.
Well, it looks like Ryan made it to the start in time. They were just getting ready to start sending them without, so.
Give me a vacation in Montana any day, man.
Oh, yeah.
South Dakota. I want to get away from all the people.
Yep.
You guys go to South Dakota quite a bit?
I was actually just there a week ago. I went on a week-long vacation, went to work for a couple days, and came out here to race. Tough life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like riding our UTVs out in the Black Hills, man. Great trails, everybody's super friendly. Happy to have us there.
I take the Jeep there a lot. We've taken the side-by-sides too, but my true heart's the Jeep, so it's the rock crawling out there is phenomenal.
Yeah, they have some good trail systems. Like I said, everybody's friendly. They like us.
They got a great four-wheel drive club down there too. They actually helped put on the race down there in Sturgis. They're the ones that, for us and the Buffalo Chip race for Ultra4, they're the safety crew out there. So that's the Black Hills 4x4 club. They do a wonderful job, and they do a great job maintaining those trails.
Yeah. And my son loves a little bit of that Mount Rushmore stuff, so we love to do a little bit of hiking and checking out the scenery there.
Some great footage here, some great aerial drone footage.
Yeah, you can see our pits and our campground in the background there. That is a great shot.
Great work.
It's kind of cool when I move this up to the cliffs. It's just a great area to have the pit area, and the view is phenomenal.
At the evening time with the sunset and the clouds and the dust, man, I tell you what, that's selfie central right there. You get the best selfies ever. But yeah, this is some great drone footage brought to us by Montana Drone Company.
Just flew over the Can-Am elevated power sports start finish line, so
Do we have a Yukon launch on this course?
I do not have Yukon launch. I don't have the Rigid Ridge either yet. So if Yukon or Rigid's, you know, listening, we'll take those sponsorships anytime. So. I think we should, that first launch out there, the big jump right after the pits.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just found a name for it. The Rocky Mountain Speed Fab Launch.
There you go.
Right.
We like that. We like that a whole lot.
There's a good view of the lineup right there.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what kind of times do you think we can expect out of these guys? I know yesterday in the UTV race we were seeing about an hour and some change per lap.
What was Fat's lap? Like 58, I think is what it was by Slauson.
Yeah, Slauson was flying.
So...
You think these guys will be faster, slower, about the same?
I don't know, man. You remember that tight and windies back there in the back? That's going to eat these trucks alive. They can't... they're going to have a heck of a time doing that.
There were some pretty good turns back there.
Yeah. But those straightaways...
Make up some time there.
They're going to hit 100+ speeds out of some of these trucks.
Yeah.
So... my bet's going to be hour 1 is going to be fastest.
And so this is a 5-hour race. Best case scenario.
Best case scenario, 5.
Man.
They have 6.5 hours to finish it. 205 miles, so.
It's going to be a long, dusty afternoon.
Key's going to be holding it together.
Yeah, attrition, right? What is it that Miles always says? To finish first, you must first finish.
Yep.
Oh, we're stealing his lines.
That's okay. He's not listening to us,
Yeah.
right? He's too busy announcing right now.
Yeah.
Looks like they had a pretty brutal EMC race out there this morning. A lot of flat tires,
Didn't
guys.
they say every single vehicle had a flat tire?
Except for the guy that was in the lead.
Yep.
And I think John Schaefer ended up winning that race. All right, here we go. They're pulling these guys up. Man, this is going to be loud. We're going to probably... Which way is the wind blowing?
It's a crosswind.
Yeah.
We're going to close our little dust shield / window there.
Yeah.
It's about to get legit. You remember how loud these trucks were during qualifying yesterday?
Well, it's a good thing people can't see me because I am sweating like a stuck pig in here. It's warm out. I sweat a lot, but that breeze is coming through. It's coming in for the clutch. It's doing a good job.
So it's coming off first off the line here. We're going to have Ryan Roller. He qualified first with a... I don't know what his time was. She didn't have it on here.
3:55. That was that fast time.
3:55 fast time.
Man, he
so
was
Ryan Roller, co-driver is Mike Jones. They're in a Geyser Brothers trophy truck. Roller Construction, Tobe Outerwear, Roller Speed Shop, Pack Coolers, Back Coolers, True North Partners. They're at a Bozeman, and it's a Team Vigilante.
Who would ever think you'd see a trophy truck like built for Mexico up here racing at a cow pasture in Montana?
No doubt.
Incredible.
They're going to be doing minute drops between the vehicles, so hopefully it gives it time to let some of the dust clear.
You know, really yesterday in the UTV race, it wasn't too bad. There was a breeze, maybe about like this, and
did it clear out for you pretty quick?
Yeah, we were only, you know, maybe 100 yards when somebody passed or we'd pass would it be an issue, but the dust was not as big of a problem. Now some of these guys are running at 6:30 still, and sun starts coming down, it might get a little worse, but oh, I can smell that race fuel.
There's nothing better, is there?
It's the best, literally.
You got me?
Yep.
All right, here we are, getting ready to roll off the line.
Don's standing there. You can barely see him on the edge there. He's giving them the
you can feel the whole floor of the trailer just shake, man. Holy smokes.
What a fast start. It's looking good.
You see that dust? It's blowing towards the west right now.
Right towards us.
That's good for the guys in the pits. That's good for the guys in the pits.
Next up is Rowdy Smith in the 1552 car with Alex Potter. They both raced this morning in a stock truck, and they turned and jumped into the pro truck.
Wow.
Swap driver and co-driver. So this is a Truggy custom built by Throttle Down Customs, one of our main sponsors here. So their sponsors obviously Throttle Down Customs, 3 Dog Customs, Switchback Design, and Inland Trucks Parts. They're out of Moore, Montana. If you ever need a Jeep frame, old CJ frames, they custom build them. Bumpers, do great work.
Gosh, it doesn't get old. I feel like a kid in a candy shop whenever I'm around these big rigs.
Just so everybody knows, overall last year, Rowdy Smith was the overall winner last year at this race. So
definitely a force to be reckoned with. All right.
Up next is Brett Burton, I believe. Right? Is that correct?
Yeah,
on the
Brent
sheet, boys?
Burton's neck. Yep, number 3.
4406, Brent Burton. It's a Trent Fab car. Jake Smith is his co-driver. Their sponsors are CEI Electrical Contractors. They're out of Colstrip, Montana.
I love me a little Trent Fab chassis, man. These are cool cars, and they're quick. A lot of these guys just run LS platforms in those,
Yeah.
I think. Good, dependable cars.
Who's up next?
All right, we got Tom Prendergast.
Nope, Joe Gatlin. You can't forget our boy
Oh
Joe.
man, I
Big
skipped
Joe.
right over him.
Joe Gatlin, this is the Proving Grounds Racing 4400 car.
Yep. So we got Joe Gatlin with John Dickus.
Dickus.
Goodness gracious. BMF Miller Pro Chassis sponsors are Proving Grounds Racing, Summit Racing, BFG, Dirty Life Race Wheels, Rugged Radios, Fox Shots, PRP Seats, FK Rod Ends, Brannock Motorsports, and Miller Motorsports. They're out of Arizona.
Hey, and don't forget to mention that doing stuff with Hopper and the Pit guys, their multimedia sponsor.
That's right.
They got our GoPro in that car. These guys are going to definitely be contenders, I think, if they're around at the end of the day.
Nice start. Nice and smooth. Good speed going through.
Wind just kind of started to die down. You see that dust hanging in the valley there in the back.
What a shot.
Up next, this should be Tom here.
Yep, Tom Prendergast. And that's who doing stuff with Hopper sponsoring. He's got the GoPro Hero 9 in his car.
This is Fire River Racing. These guys are out of Evergreen, Colorado. They're
Yep.
neighbors to us.
Just down the hill from us.
They declined the Jello shots last night.
That was probably a smart move.
Yeah.
How did that work for you?
Well, you know, I'm doing better. Oh, look. There we
You know what's funny? When he took off from qualifying yesterday, that car did the exact same thing.
go. Yeah,
So
little.
I was talking to some of his pit guys yesterday, and they say on the bottom end he's having a heck of a time with it.
Will had
So-
a bit of a stuttery start, but it looks like he's running smooth and fast now,
Gosh.
heading towards the first lap through the first time through the pits. All right, up
That's
next.
Shane DelQuest right there.
Yep.
No sponsors. We watched him run. This is kind of the truck with the no panels on it or
Oh,
anything
yeah.
else.
That's right.
This is a beautiful car.
You can see everything working.
This is a pro light car, so
I'm tapping my foot. It's
Yeah, you
shaking the
are.
whole TV. My goodness.
You do that all the time. Whenever we're recording the episode, you're tapping your foot. Drives me up a wall. Goodness.
Getting ready to start, and
that's why I sweat so much.
Pitch ground there. That'll be where they finish too. So that's the Can-Am elevated. It's the Can-Am start finish line.
Oh man, I sure hope that Jeff left the RV door closed, because it is going to be dusty.
Yeah. Alright. Up next looks like Clint Peterson, the 44.99. Alright, Clint Peterson, Ryan Burdick with Trent Fab Car. Sponsors are Peterson Chiropractic out of Gillette. Sitting there waiting for that.
So we started running these Ultra4 cars up here and started building tracks that they could run on and stuff. More and more keep coming out of the woodwork. So.
Man, you see in that shot there a couple of guys wearing orange vests. You know, that's just part of your small crew that you got out here. This is all volunteers, right?
100% volunteers.
It's pretty incredible, man. You guys can put on this big of a race. 70 plus cars. And
next we got Eric Wickel, co-driver Wade Pickering in the 406 car. They're running a Jimmy's chassis powered by an LS power plant. Their sponsors are Queen City Off-Road, and they're out of Helena.
Now, how does Miles say that?
Helena?
Yeah, I think Helena.
Helena?
Yeah.
They're out of Helena.
yeah, we used some of those volunteers yesterday to get back to the pits.
Yeah.
In the old 45 or 4956 car.
Some mystery electrical issues. Eric Wickel from 406 off the line. 437. Up next, we got Sean Lowe. Sean Lowe in the 1437 car. Co-driver Adam McDonald. They're in the Tacoma with a 383 Chevy, Turbo 400 transmission, A-arm front and 3-link rear. Like to thank their sponsors, Metal Supermarkets off Vancouver Island, Victoria Planting, and the Sign Zone, Lordco Auto Parts, and they're out of BC.
Yeah, these are some of your Canadian buddies.
Our northern, our friends from the north.
Yeah, that's next.
Yep.
All right. All right, looks like up to the line next is Chris Lever, number 54. He'd like to thank King Shocks, D&D Customs, Ponce Logging Equipment, and I think that's it. Getting ready to take off there. Breeze is doing a good job clearing off that dust and blowing it right onto us.
Nice conservative start there.
Yeah, I qualified with Chris Lever, King of the Hammers. So that was a heck of an experience.
I know I told our driver yesterday, you can't win the race in the first stretch, but you sure can lose it, right?
45. Richard.
Number 45. I think these are, aren't these guys some more of those Canadians up here?
Number 45, Richard. This is, I apologize, I'm saying this wrong. Bachand and Zach Bachand. A 94 Bronco 2-wheel drive, equal length. I-beams in front, 4-link in rear. They'd like to thank Baja North and Kamloops, and they're out of BC.
Yeah, this is that hybrid Bronco
Yeah,
F-150
looking guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty sweet looking rig. About to leave the line here.
You can see in that background, look at all that dust, man.
Man, it just,
It's hanging more than we think.
yeah. The wind's
Looking
kind
at
of,
the flags there, it doesn't look like they're blowing quite as bad as they were.
yeah. All right, up next we have 1470 Mike Ablock.
No, Mike, that is not Mike. That's Andy Blazer.
175
Oh,
maybe?
176.
Yeah, that's
My
176.
apologize.
Yeah, I don't know where it happened to Mike.
That's Andy Blazer. You got
Andy Blazer would like to. He didn't give us a thing.
well, Andy Blazer is sitting at the line. Here he goes, taking off.
We'd like to thank King Shocks is what he has on what he texted me. So
I really love the fact that they we've got this nice straightaway out of the starting line, because it just, you get build speed and it looks cool. Last year when it was going around the other direction, there was a hard right-hand turn right off the starting line, and man, there were some near rolls there.
next up is Annalisezindler. She's in a pro truck.
Yeah, it looks like
Number 19, Annalisezindler, Ramsey Rutschke, and an F-150, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Dirty Diesel, Gary Roth, Octane Addictions, PRP, Rugged Radios, and they're out of Billings.
Oh, and this is the student driver truck.
That's right.
This is Aaron's daughter.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
even better. Yeah, it looks like Mike Ablock might be in the back of the starting line there.
He must not have made a starting lineup, so you get put in the back. So.
Ah, gotcha. All right, looks like number 32 might be next.
77 is next. Tracy Poole.
Tracy Poole. Number 77, Tracy Poole. Co-driver Ryan Hunsinger on a Geyser G6 spec. They'd like to thank True North Partners, SCS Wraps, and they're out of Bozeman. Team Vigilante.
That first truck that qualified first is his teammate. So he lost a power steering pump, lost the sector, went through the power steering pump. And they had to have the parts flown in last night with the mechanic from Geyser Brothers.
Wow, that's impressive. Talk
worked
about a
all
last
night.
minute thrash.
They landed at 2. They said they finished the truck at 5 and haven't been to sleep since.
Oh my gosh, that's hardcore. All right. Who do we got up next here?
Yeah, I can't see the number on the side.
Is
of
it
the truck.
green?
Yep. It's
That would be
green.
Levi Rhodes.
Number 2319, Levi Rhodes and Jesse Hogsett. In an Immortal Customs vehicle, they'd like to thank their sponsors, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, J&M Tire, Napa, George and Gene Mussick, Hell Roaring Excavation, Midland West Manufacturing, Midnight Welding, Axle Surgeons, Cross Petroleum, Matco of Montana, and they're out of Billings.
Our local guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And he is off.
All right, next to the line, we've got car number 4810 with Brian Drake. He's in a 4800 Vegas built and out of Billings.
This will be his first time in this car racing it. He pre-ran with the Aaron was his passenger pre-running, just tuning it up. Needed a bunch of work, and they blew the motor up when they were just testing tuning
Oh
one
man.
day. So that's a new motor. See what he can do.
Getting ready to take off.
Doesn't sound too bad for a new motor.
Not at all. Brian Drake off the line.
All right, now it looks like this is going to be our last truck coming up. This is that missing 1470 car.
That should be Mike Ablock.
There we go. Mike Ablock, Kilby Kaufman, and the 78 Ford. They'd like to thank Pierre Sports Center, Blackhawk Marine, and they're out of St. Pierre.
This is one of the sweeter old builds here, it looks like.
Cool old classic looking Ford pickup. Sounds pretty good. Looks pretty good. And I bet
I
it
think
runs
he was saying
pretty
he
good.
had a small block 406 in it.
Okay.
All right, that looks like the whole grid. Man, I'll tell you what, let the battle of attrition begin, right?
That's right.
10 seconds.
205 miles, so it's going to be a long afternoon.
Hot afternoon.
Look at that dust. We've already got cars down below the bluff.
The feed, don't see it. So taking off the finish line there, or the start line. I call it the finish line. It is the start-finish, so you start it and then finish it, and then you go home and have some barley pops and some hot dogs. Celebration.
That's what I would do. Big thanks to our sponsors again. Throttle Down Custom. We couldn't do this without them. We got DRW Performance. Metalworks does all our trophies. Askin Construction, they're out here doing all the work. That's Dalen. He's also a volunteer out here. Jim and Tracy's Alignment. J&M Tire. Boyd's Garage. Also a big shout out to Mike's Off-Road, and then huge our inland truck parts here in town, and then a good shot to Can-Am, Elevated Power Sports, and Can-Am, local dealer here. They're our series sponsor. They've been with us for almost 5 years now, so big thanks to them. And new sponsor with us is Rocky Mountain
Speed and Fab. That's who the pit guys race underneath out of Winter Park, Colorado. You know, this place holds is near and dear to our hearts. Joe Gould, he loves coming here and racing here. One of his favorite spots to go racing. Definitely love coming out here. All right, looks like we're going to take you to a commercial break. Take it up.
Welcome to TDK. With Throttle Down Customs, also known as TDK, here we build bumpers and frames for Jeeps and Broncos, and we ship products all over the world. Our bumpers are built right here in the USA, all in Moore, Montana, by skilled craftsmen. All of our bumpers are made from American steel. We have multiple finishes available, from powder coat to bedline to bare steel options. We have 10 to 15 different styles with lots of accessories for Ford, Dodge, Chevy, GM, Nissan, Toyota, Mercedes, Freightliner. If you're looking for a bumper or a frame, you can check us out at throttledowncustoms.com. See all the options we have to offer.
Hey, Brett here from Elevated Power Sports, Billings, Montana. We're down here off of the Zoo Drive exit. We are your Can-Am Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo dealer here in Billings, the one and only. We also have Husqvarna motorcycles. If you're interested in power sports, anything, I mean, we have anything and everything for everyone. Anywhere from working hard, just a weekend warrior, to just want to get out and have some fun or try something new. We also have tons of accessories to doll them up. Got all your safety equipment, riding gear, and even just some casual wear. We have pretty much everything down here. We are a full service shop. Anything we sell, we can maintain, fix, and get you squared away. Whether it's on the street, on the road, off-road, or on the water, or on the snow, we've got something for you. And make sure you check out our Facebook and Instagram social media pages. We do have a couple demo days coming up. One of them is going to be for the Sea-Doos, and then we'll also have an off-road demo day here to follow. If anybody's looking for anything, come check us out. Probably got something for you. Either that or just come hang out and say hi.